I think we all got kind of a sour attitude when it came to the pandemic that wasn't, because it was all over the news and it's all we've heard about for weeks and weeks on end. And they were tracking all the numbers every which way for the swine flu not too terribly long ago. And, uh, and it didn't really pan out the way that it was reported to, was expected to, I guess I should say. That doesn't help or comfort any of the people who lost children in that pandemic. Um, and yet, I think we got kind of weary of hearing about it, and so it turned out to be the pandemic that wasn't. But we are overdue for a pandemic. It's been a part of history. It's every so many years, and they tell us that we're going to have a real one. I don't have any way of knowing when. Obviously, I don't have any magic formulas here to figure out when the next pandemic is coming. I can tell you how much salt you need or how much yeast you need, but I cannot figure out when the next pandemic is coming. However, we might want to think about it in realistic terms in case it does come in our lifetime. We could be asked to, required to stay in our homes for a period of about 6 weeks, 2 to 6 weeks on the first wave and 2 to 6 weeks on the second wave. So there's a potential of having to be inside your home for 3 months. I don't know if that's one of the reasons that our churches counsel us to keep a 3 month supply of everything that we normally use on hand before we get into our long-term storage or not. But I do know that that pandemic did not come to pass the way that they thought as they watched it spread, but the way that our airplanes travel back and forth, zip, 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 all over the planet, it certainly would not take much time at all if the next one comes that's more serious. However, having said that, I saw that flu close up with a couple of people that I knew, and it was dangerous stuff if you got it. Uh, I got a very mild case. I take antiviral drugs. That might be part of the reason. Uh, take it for my neurological problems. And I had lots of cases of flu when I was young, so that may have made me somewhat immune to it. And I just think that we need to keep that on our radar screen to know that the possibility does exist that we could be asked to remain in our homes for 6 weeks on the first wave and 6 weeks on the second wave. And you may not have access to the day to day. It may, reason I bring it up is it may change the way you make your choices about what you store in what quantities, what kinds of things in what quantities. So if you have a plan to get you through a 6 week span, that would be a really good thing. Okay, done.